Hello, I am Monica Smith. I'm a physical therapist at Avista Adventist Hospital, and today we are virtually bringing you one of our community falls prevention and balance classes that we typically teach to a room full of people. So I'm glad you're joining us today virtually, hopefully all safe at home, and hopefully we can all be back together again soon exercising. So for today, I want to make sure you have a good clear space at home. Make sure there's no obstacles on the floor. We also want you to have a sturdy chair. So your chair can have arms or no arms. The main importance of this is that it's sturdy. You're going to be using this chair in a variety of ways, seated and standing. So nothing with wheels. I also don't want a rocking chair. So find one of those. I also highly recommend trying to find something at home that you can use for some of our standing exercises and walking. So a walking stick, a cane, a PVC pipe, something that you can hold on to while you're safely challenging yourself, so that you can really go for it on some of these standing and walking activities that we're going to do. So thank you again for joining us. Remember, only participate in this if you are feeling well. Also have some water handy. It might not seem like it's a huge marathon of a workout, but we're going to be doing some sprints and some fun stuff as well. So get some water close by as well. So let's get started with some warm-up. I just want you guys marching in place, letting those arms swing, marching those feet up and down. No right or wrong way to do this one right now. But those of you who know me, we're going to check to see how those arms are swinging with those feet moving. Because what we really want to be is alternate leg with alternate hand when we're walking. So everybody stop where you are right now. You should have the opposite leg with the opposite arm up. That's how we should walk. It keeps us balanced. All right, so just go back. Try not to think too hard, but it's something to check every once in a while. All right, really get those arms swinging. All right, let's start pushing those feet out in front of you. Really feeling a good stretch behind that knee. We don't have to go fast on this one. I want you to feel a good lengthening, a good stretch. So pull those toes back and push that foot forward. All right, now I want you to add a punch with it. So opposite hand, opposite foot, and really try to reach across. So it's not just your hand going forward, but we're also getting some good trunk rotation. So still pushing that heel forward and punching all at the same time. Good job. All right, let's let those arms relax. Keep those feet going forward. All right, now let's just tap in front. When you're tapping, now I want you to do same foot, same hand, and reach up and above. As fast or slow as you want to. No right or wrong way while we're warming up. Just want to start feeling a little bit warmer. We want those joints to start loosening up. We want that heart to start pounding a little bit. All right, let's let those arms and legs rest. Now I want you to bring an ear to a shoulder. And other ear to other shoulder. Roll it forward. Back to the other side. Roll it forward. Back to the other side. How's everybody feeling? Warmed up? All right. I hope so, because we're now going to do our 30-second sprints. So the main reason why we do sprints, we want those fast twitch muscle fibers to kick in. Fast twitch muscle fibers are what will be activated if we trip and fall. As we get older, our movements tend to be slower, more deliberate. That's just normal, that's okay. But we want to also train those fast movements because that's what we need to maintain our balance. Also, these fast movements make our heart pump more, which sends blood throughout our body. So it makes our muscles stronger, makes our brain stronger. Also with these sprints, that pounding builds bones. Bones in those hips are especially important. So I want you guys to do these sprints however you want to. So with those sprints, you can do them seated and really pound those feet and fast feet. That's one way you can do it. Another modification can be standing behind your sturdy chair. You can lean into that chair. That will take pressure off the joints, off the knees and the hips. You're also going to be adding some movement, some pressure into those arms. So it can actually lead to strengthening up into your chest and your arms. And you can sprint that way, or you can do it just naturally like you would right next to your chair. So however you're most comfortable, and you can switch it up however you want to. Remember, the main goal of this is to go fast. So seated, standing, or modified, leaning on the chair, it's completely up to you. I'm going to tell you when we've hit 10, 20, and 30 seconds just to help you judge how you're doing. At any time, if you need to stop and rest, please do, especially if you haven't been doing these for a while. I don't want you going for those full 30 seconds. 30 seconds feels really long when you haven't done one in a while. All right, hope everybody's feeling good. We're going to go for our first 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Remember, the goal is fast feet. All right, you've hit 10. Keep it up, you're halfway there. Great job, guys. 20 seconds. And you're done with your first one. Good job. Have a seat. Tie your shoe if you need to, like I do. Remember safety. All right, hope everybody's feeling good. Remember, if you have not done these in a while, it's okay. Stop at 10 seconds, stop at 15, wherever you need to be, and then slowly build back up. I can tell I haven't been doing these as often with you guys either. All righty, let's give each other about 10 more seconds, and then we'll do another round of 30 seconds. I'm going to do the second modification, so that's leaning on the chair. We'll get a little upper body work. All right, ready, go. Remember, still the main goal here is fast feet. There's 10 seconds. And you're halfway done. There's 20 seconds. You're almost done. Keep it up. Great job. And your 30 seconds is done. All right, sit and take a break if you have your water close. Highly recommend taking a sip. Hope everybody's staying safe at home. Thankfully, the weather is starting to look a little nicer again, so hopefully you can get outside. Remember, you can do these high intensity training, we call it HIIT training. You can do this outside as well, as long as you're doing it safely. So maybe if you're taking a walk down the block, really swinging those arms, walking with a little more intention while you walk past 1 or 2 houses, and then slow it down for like 5 houses and let your body recover. However you want to increase that intensity. You can find a hill if you feel stable, and your sidewalk's not full of cracks and divots and everything, then you can move with faster feet. I just want everybody safely challenging, so nothing too crazy. All right, we're gonna go for our last 30 seconds. I'm gonna do the last one seated, just so we have one session in each location. All right, here we go. Fast feet, fast arms. Keep it up. There's 10 seconds. Looking good. You're halfway done. Keep it up, keep it up. There's 20 seconds. You're almost there. And then you're done with sprints for the day. And there you go, you're done. Great job. Okay, this time for sure. If you don't have your water right next to you, go get a drink of water. You can hit pause. All right, hope everybody's feeling okay. Next thing we're gonna work on is coordination. So we'll let that heart rate come down a little bit. All right, we're gonna do this one seated. We're gonna do feet and hands coordination. All right. So with your feet, you're gonna go toes up and toes down. And you're gonna do this on both sides. Toes up, toes down, toes up, toes down, toes up, toes down. You're gonna add your hands to this. So when your toes are up, your palms are up, toes are down, palms are down. Same thing on both sides. Palms up, palms down. Palms up, palms down. Good. All right, we're gonna switch it up. We're gonna make it a little more difficult. On one side, toes are up, palms up, toes down, palms down. Whoop. All right, let's go. And switch. And switch. Check yourself. Toes are up, palm is up. Toes are up, palm is up. Check yourself. Don't just move. Main goal of this is coordination. If our brain and body can talk to each other, we're going to move with a lot more confidence. We're going to be a lot more nimble in our movements. So this is not about just moving on this one. It's about controlling that movement, making our brain and body work together. So would you check yourself? Do you have toes up, palm up on one side, and toes up, palm down on the other side? Hopefully you do. If you don't though, you know, who cares? We're just trying, right? All right, we got another tough one to go. We're gonna do sit to stands, but I want these to be as slow as you can. So this is a time, if you need a chair with arms to push yourself up with, get a chair with arms. If those knees and hips are feeling pretty rough today, some arthritic, creaky, cracky going on, make sure your chair is a little higher. That means you can put your surface of choice in the chair. That means that you can put a cushion in that chair. If you're standing up from something a little bit taller, it's easier on those joints. If your joints are feeling good and you're up for the challenge, then having a chair where your knees and your hips can be at 90 degrees is going to be good for this sit to stand exercise. All right, so make sure you're forward in your chair. So this is the chair walk, I call it. All right, we're going to do 10. You're going to go slower than you probably want to. Try not to use momentum to get yourself up. Try to have those muscles doing all the work. All right, so pull those feet back a little bit and stand up and down. We're going to do 10 of these. There's 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. And 7. If you're starting to feel a little wobbly, a little tired, push on those thighs. That can help. 2 more or 3 more. I've lost track. And let's do 1 more. And on the way down, go nice and slow. Good job. Sit, let those legs rest. Shake them out. Hopefully everybody's hanging in there. We've done lots of leg work. All right. As you can see, this is a lot of work, probably feel as well, a lot of work on those muscles. You're basically doing a squat just in a safer position with the chair underneath you. So if things are starting to feel a little sore, that's normal. Use a chair with arms. Push from the chair with arms. You are going to still get plenty of work head to toe. This is by far my favorite exercise. You don't need any special equipment, and it is exercising every muscle in your body. All right, let's do another set of 10. Ready, go. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. 6. 7. If you're starting to feel pressure through those knees, check those knees. I do not want your knees going out over your feet, over your toes. Make sure most of the weight is back through your bum, back through those heels. This is 9. Give me 1 more. And nice and slow. Right now, a lot of weight through the back of me, through my heels, through my butt. And if I lose my balance, that's okay, because I got my chair right here to catch me. All right, so really make sure everything's back. If you start to push forward through those knees, you're just gonna really put a lot of pressure on those kneecaps. That's not gonna feel good, all right? Who's up for 10 more? If you're really feeling up for the challenge, really wanna work on your balance with this last set of 10, I want you to try putting your feet a little bit closer together. If they're not touching, that's okay, but try to have them closer together than they were on the previous 2 sets, okay? Let's do 1 more set of 10. Ready, go. It's probably gonna feel a little more difficult. Muscles are working harder to keep you balanced, in addition to you've done a lot already. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And you got 1 more. We're going to make this nice and slow. Slowly down. Great job. You got the hard stuff done. Grab a sip of water. All right. I want everybody to grab their surface of choice. So remember, we're going to really work on some seated balance stuff now. So your surface of choice can be whatever you're seated on right now. That can be your choice. If you're feeling like, no, I think I'm okay for a little bit more of a challenge, get a folded blanket, a folded towel, a firm cushion, whatever you got at home. We want to make this easy. All right, so put that surface of choice in your chair. Make sure, though, that your feet can still touch the ground. All right, that's important on this one. All right, what we're going to do, make sure you're close to the back of your chair, if not all the way to the back. We're going to do what we call chair walks. So you're going to lean to one direction, move the opposite hip forward. Lean and scooch. Lean and scooch. Lean and scooch. Now we're going to go backwards because I'm at the front of my chair. Do not fall off your chair. We're leaning and scooching. So you're really pushing down through that foot to move your bum back in the chair. Now we're going to walk forward. So instead of pushing with your foot, you're now pulling. Pull yourself forward. Really leaning. If you're in a chair with arms, that's good. You got a little stability there to catch you just in case you lose your balance. If you don't have arms, watch yourself. Don't lean so far that you lose your balance. But remember, why we're doing this is we're getting ourselves into a bigger circle of stability. We want to feel more comfortable with those big movements. So try to increase those leans, but by still doing it safely. Next thing we're gonna do, I want you to walk yourself to the middle of your chair. So I don't want you leaning on the back of the chair. I don't want you so far forward you feel like you're going to fall out of the chair. You're just in a good middle position. I want you to check your posture. Remember, we like ear over your shoulder and then over your hip. All right, we want to imagine a line pulling straight down. Nice tall posture. All right, I want you to take a breath, and we're going to turn our head to the left and to the right. Do this only in a comfortable range of motion, but a little bit of stretch in those neck muscles is a good thing. We want to keep mobile. All right, now if that's feeling okay and you're not getting dizzy, I want you to try lifting up a foot while you do this. If you start to feel dizzy, I want you to stop moving your head, put your feet to the ground, give yourself that good grounding hug. Find something that is not moving that you can focus on, and you should stop that vertigo feeling, all right? If you're feeling good, let's keep going. So one foot up into the air, and we're moving our head. If that movement all the way side to side is too much, then make your range of motion smaller. Pick 2 points out in front of you that you can go back and forth to. This is all about how you're feeling today. Remember, every day is different. Every hour of every day is different, and that's okay. Try not to compare. All right, switch feet. This time I want you to go up and down. Remember, we do these head and eye movements because it stimulates all those good systems that we have in our brain, in our inner ear, in our neck, that gives information to our brain on keeping our balance. All right, now let's keep that head motion going, but I want you to slowly march. This is going to take a little coordination. Let's see how you do. It's a slow march. It's not a big march. All right, keep those feet going, but now let's go back and forth. Check your posture. I want those good core muscles working. I want you stabilizing yourself. Good. And relax. Take a breath. Good job. All right, next one we're going to do. I need to scooch this chair over. We're going to do what I call rainbow arms. If you're in a chair with arms, that's okay. Your rainbow is just going to be limited a little bit by the arms of your chair. Not a big deal. All right? What you're going to do, you're going to pretend like you're drawing a big rainbow up and over you. So you're going to put both your arms up and over. Up and over. Good. Let's do one more, and then I want you to change the position of your feet. Everybody, if you feel comfortable, put those feet closer together. Up and over. Draw that rainbow. If this head motion is making you feel dizzy, I want you to stop with that head motion and just look straight forward, but try to keep those arms going. There's still a lot of benefit in this movement of your arms. If this is hurting your shoulders, make your rainbows smaller. That's okay too. They're all good movements. If you can, follow your eyes with your hands. Now, try standing on one foot. All right, so I have my right foot up in the air. All right, switch feet. My left foot is up in the air. All right, and rest. All right, next thing we're going to do, I want you to try to shift your weight forward, shift your weight back. Shift your weight forward, shift your weight back. I want you to stand on one foot. Shift your weight forward, shift your weight back. Switch feet. Shift forward, shift back. Notice that when I am, switch feet, leaning forward and back, I'm not slumping forward, I'm not slumping back. I am nice, tall, upright posture. My head and chest is up high. My stomach is working to keep myself in control while I'm leaning forward and backwards. All right, let's keep that up. I want you to try to lean and lean. I'm still switching feet. I am opposite foot from my lean. If you lean to the side that your foot is up, that's a little crazy. We don't need to be crazy. Lean opposite to the foot that's up. All right, keep a foot up, and I want you to turn and look behind you. Switch feet, put the other foot up. Turn and look behind you. Switch feet, turn and look. If this is not too much trunk rotation, don't turn that far. Turn what your body is telling you is okay. Something is always better than nothing. All right? Everybody check your posture. Check that you're breathing. All those good exercise points. All right? We're now going to go to standing. So, stand next to your sturdy chair. Stand next to a counter. Or you can use your walking stick. Totally up to you. Totally up to what you want to do. All right. So you're going to stand on one foot. Have your hand on the chair. Have one foot up in the air. It does not need to be high. We're not working on high knees right now. We're just making sure we're working on single leg stance. So one foot up into the air. Hand on the chair or hovering it above, whatever you feel like you need. We're now going to add those head turns like we did when we were seated in the chair. So turn and turn and turn. Remember, if this is too much head movement, make your head movement smaller and just look out in front of you. Keeping just one foot on the ground, the other foot up in the air if you can. If you need a hand on the chair to do this exercise, then do. If you just need a couple fingers, do that as well. Doing the exercise with whatever modifications you need to do is always better than not doing it at all. So modify as you need to. All right, let's switch feet. This time, head up, head down. Remember, modify if you need to. If this is too much neck motion, you can do a smaller motion in front of you. You can have hands, full hand, fingertips, whatever you need. And if you need to laugh, because this is not easy to do, please do it. It's so much more fun, though, when we're all together, isn't it? You can pretend. All right, good job. Now let's switch feet again. Now we're going to rotate. Not going to be easy. You probably will need to hold on. All right, turn and look. Turn and look. This is a benefit of having two chairs. If you need to hold on to a chair, I have one on each side of me. Switch feet, keep doing the same movement. Next thing we're going to work on is moving our feet a little bit more. So I want you to stand next to your counter, your banister, your sturdy chair, whatever it is that you're using. We're going to tap our feet. So tap forward and alternate. We're going to go back and forth here, just going forward. Good. Now I want you to go back. I'm tapping back. How much movement you want to do is really up to you and how comfortable you're feeling. A big step is going to mean you're standing on one leg for a long time. Go back to forward. So if you just want to tap forward a little bit, that is a-okay. It really is up to you and what your comfort level is right now. Fingers can be on the chair, can be hovered above, whatever you need to do. All right, let's go side to side now. So don't kick your chair. If you need to go behind it a little ways, do that. All right, since we worked on coordination seated earlier, we're going to do it standing. We're going to do a little bit of a dance step for those that are good at that. I am not. Tap forward and forward, side and side, and back and back, and side and side, and forward and forward, and side, side, and back and back. All right, same foot, same hand, side and side, and back and back, and side and side, and forward and forward, and side and side, and back and back, and side, side, forward and forward. Good job. All right, we're going to make it a little faster. I want you to try to do a little side step shuffle behind your chair or at your counter, whatever you have at home. All right, so if you're at the counter, that might be even better because you're going to have a longer stability. If you're behind the chair, just keep it close to you. But what we're really going to work on is kind of a football move. Other sports use this as well, basketball. All right, but you're going to really do fast feet, leg shuffle, forward and backwards. Again, I have my hands here on the chair if I need to, and I'm just going back and forth. Really going to start feeling it through the sides of your hips. If this is too fast, slow it down, and that's okay too. Little bit of a bounce is going to add some extra muscle building and a little more bone density building as well. Shuffling fast if you can, or slow. It is all how you want to modify. Nobody's there to judge. Be kind to yourself. All right, I got another one for you. This one I call the garden gate step over. Check your good tall posture. All right, what you're going to do, you're going to step out opposite of the chair. Because if you step same direction as the chair, you're going to kick the chair. That's no fun. All right, so holding onto the chair if you need to. Pick up the opposite foot. Step out and down. This is really going to open up those hips, give you a lot of good range of motion. Bring it back. We're going to do 5 of those. Up and out. Pick it up and back together. Up and out. 2 more. Using that support as much as you need it. Let's do 1 more. The slower you do it, the longer you are standing on one leg. So slower is better in this exercise. All right, let's go to the other side of the chair. Same thing. Lift up, rotate out, place that foot down, and up, and bring it back in. Oh, those who know me know that I do not count well. PTs in general do not count well. I lost track. I think that was 5. Hopefully it was 5. All right, the next thing we're going to work on is some walking, some moving balance. What we all want to be better at, so when we're out and moving around the community, hopefully around our friends again real soon, we're walking with confidence. All right, so this is where I said, if you have a walking stick, grab that, a cane, a PVC pipe. Really watching, though, what kind of surface you're moving on. If it's something slick, that PVC pipe or a cane, if it doesn't have a rubber tip on it, not the best choice. If you're in your kitchen and you have a good long counter, you can do these exercises along that counter as well. All right, what I want you to do this first time across is you're going to just walk regular, but I want you to turn your head. So similar to those head movements that we were doing at the beginning of the class. And again, using that walking stick or that counter as much or as little as you need to. If this is too much head movement for you, modify as you need to. Make those head movements smaller. Let's go one more and go back. All right. Those of you who know me and those who don't, you will learn this. We also work on all these activities backwards as well. Moving backwards is so important. That's where a lot of people lose their balance. So we're going to do the exact same thing, but going backwards. It's not going to be as easy. You're going to use same head movements, but going backwards. Again, modifying as you need to. How much support you need on that counter or your walking stick. All right, I didn't turn around last time, did I? Head movements, back and forth. Don't do them quickly. Slow head movements. Your walking speed can be whatever is comfortable to you. All right, good job. We're going to work on sideways walking, but extra slow. You do not have to pick up your foot as high as I am, but it does help you. It forces you to stand on that foot even longer than what might be comfortable. Slowly out. As you can see, I can hold my balance even longer if I'm using my walking stick. So do not feel like it's a bad thing if you decide to use a walking stick or your cane or the counter. It's allowing me to work on standing on one leg while moving even more than I would. Whereas if I didn't have it, I might not feel as comfortable with those big high steps. All right? So it's good to use the tools we have. All right, next thing we're going to do, we're going to go backwards with those big steps. All right? Pick your foot up and step back. Pick your foot up and step back. All right, I need to turn around. I've run out of room. Same thing. All right. Next one we're going to do, walk on those tiptoes. Good. Walk on those heels. Not as easy for me. Typically not as easy for most people, but it's a good skill to have. Back to toes. And heels. All right, that's going to be it for today. So let's cool down now. Go back to that good sturdy chair. We're going to give yourselves a good hamstring stretch, all right? So nice, tall, upright posture. I want you to put your heel on the floor in front of you. Toes are up. Toes are up. My head and chest is going to stay up high. And you're going to lean forward. You're going to try to touch your chest to your knee, not your head to your knee. If you do that, that's more of a low back stretch. It's not a bad thing, but really want to work on those good hamstring stretches. All right? Lean forward and hold. As we get older, we need to hold our stretches for even longer than we did back in the day. We have more collagen in those muscles, so that means that we're not as flexible. We all feel that, but we want to stay flexible. It's good for our joints. It's also good for our posture. If your hamstrings are tight, it pulls your pelvis. All right, opposite side. If your hamstrings are tight, it pulls your pelvis posteriorly. So it pulls us here, shortens everything here, and look at what happened to my upper part of me. I'm all schlumpy. We don't want to walk around like this. Stretch out those hamstrings. Get tall, tall and graceful. All right, stretch. So stretch those hamstrings. Head and chest up high. And lean forward. It does not look like I'm leaning very much. My hamstrings are that tight that it does not take much. And I'm leaning, and I'm feeling a good stretch. All right, good job. All right, we're going to give yourselves a shoulder stretch. Put one arm out in front of you. Take your opposite hand, put it right above the elbow, and pull that arm across. All right, relax. Opposite side. Arm out in front. Take that other hand. Reach up to the opposite arm, right above the elbow, and pull it across. All right, arms down. Let's do that rainbow arms that we did earlier with a bit more of a stretch this time. So interlace those fingers if that feels okay to you, or you can hold your fists together. You're going to reach out and up and over. Feeling a stretch all the way up that side of your trunk and up and over. Up and over. And one more time. All right, turn and look behind you. This is a good time when you have armrests on your chair. You can really pull yourself so you feel some good motion through that trunk, through your torso. Bring yourself to the other side. Breathe deeply. Fill those lungs completely. Come back to center. We are done for today. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you had fun. I hope that we all get to see each other soon. Please feel free to share this link with whoever you think might enjoy it. We're going to keep posting these as long as we're able to, so hopefully you'll have a variety of things to keep practicing. All right, stay active, be well. I miss you all.